All right, back to the G7 summit now, which is set to begin just over a week from today in Kananaskis, Alberta. With me now is Gordon Griffin, former U.S. ambassador to Canada. Gordon, thanks for being here.
Good to be with you.
Now, with President Trump attending his first G7 since 2019, what message do you expect him to bring on tariffs and trade?
Well, we've got a week, and as we know, there's a lot that can happen in the White House in 24 hours, let alone in 7 or 8 days. So it's hard to predict, but it's my hope that Canada and the United States will have reached some preliminary accords with respect to the trade issues, particularly on tariffs, starting with the aluminum and steel tariffs, prior to his arrival in Kananaskis.
All right. Now, how significant could the summit be for thawing current Canada-U.S. trade tensions?
Well, I've got a lot of confidence in the skill set that your new prime minister has. And since he is the host, I think he and the team around him will have given a lot of thought to that very question. And I expect that there will be a continuation of the harmonization, if you will, of the Canada-U.S. relationship at the top of the house, which is where it all has to start.
How heavily do you expect tariffs to weigh on this meeting?
Well, I think tariffs will be the elephant in the room, not just tariffs with Canada, but as you know, the United States has been quite cavalier in applying tariffs throughout the globe. So I think all of our G7 partners, and I guess there will be others in attendance, India, perhaps Mexico. I don't know if the president of Mexico is accepted or not. So I think tariffs will be a pretty significant undercurrent, if not overt current, throughout the course of the meeting.
But at the same time, you believe that a deal will be reached before then between Canada and the U.S. How can you be sure?
Well, I can't be sure, and I'm not saying a, quote, deal. I'm just saying that I expect, and possibly it's more hopeful than informed judgment, but I expect that there will be some understandings achieved over the course of the next several days before the president arrives in Alberta.
Now, given the ongoing 51st state narrative and rising Canadian boycotts of U.S. goods, what would a successful G7 outcome look like to rebuild trust on both sides?
Well, if you compare it to the last time President Trump went to a G7 meeting in Canada, not having fireworks with the prime minister would be a good start. And I certainly don't expect that to occur this time. I think it's going to be as I said, I think the most important thing that's going to come out of this is a continued respect for your new prime minister from President Trump. And that is the ground upon which all the rest of this discussion about resolving tariffs and any other issues will rest. And I think that will occur. I think Prime Minister Carney will continue to enhance his standing in the eyes of the president. And from that, we will build back towards a more normal state of affairs.
Very interesting. We'll have to leave it there. That is our time. Gordon, thank you very much for being here with us. That is Gordon Griffin, former U.S. ambassador to Canada.
Good to be with you.
You too.